Hi everyone, greetings for the day. I welcome you all to the channel Cloud Expert Ayush. Before we dive in, I want to give a big thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. Your support and feedback keep me motivated to create valuable content for you. So one of my subscribers asked, can we access VM in Azure without public IP and still use RDP? So that made me think, can we do this securely by using Azure Firewall? Alright, let's jump into the portal and I'll show you step by step how to set it up. So here I'm opening portal.azure.com. So this is the Azure portal, what I'm accessing here. Now here, first of all, I'm going to create one virtual machine. So I'm searching here for virtual machine in a global search bar. When this will open, here I'm going to click on the create button. I'm going to create a virtual machine. As per the scenario, I'm not going to assign any public IP to this virtual machine. So, in a new resource group, I'm creating my demo.rg resource group here, and my machine name is GTLVM, for example. Region, I'm leaving it as a case to East QBase. In the availability zone, I'm selecting no infrastructure redundancy. In the image here, I'm selecting Windows 10, for example, leaving the size as it is. This is the username what I'm giving, and this is going to be the password. Make sure you have to use complex password in here. Here I'm allowing the RDP access and HTTP and HTTPS access over here. That's fine. Next, in the networking here, I'm making sure I'm not going to assign any public IP to this VM. Then go to the management option here. Here, uncheck for the auto shutdown. Then in the monitoring, disabling the boot diagnostic, advance and review and create. Why I have selected few options? Because from basic to tag option, whatever the option you are selecting, depending on the same, you have to pay the cost of your virtual machine. I'm doing it just for a practical purpose, so that's why I have removed the extra features from my virtual machine. That's okay. So validation is passed. Now it is deploying my virtual machine. Once my virtual machine is created, then after that we're going to see do we able to access that machine or not. So as I have not assigned any public IP to my virtual machine, I will not be able to access my virtual machine. After creating the virtual machine, what the next thing we are going to do? We are going to set up the virtual network for the firewall setup, and then we are going to deploy the firewall. That's okay. Once let the machine get created, then we will proceed with the next steps. Okay, now here you can see my machine is created. If I click here, go to resource, I will be able to see the details of my virtual machine. Now, here you can see as I have selected, this machine is not having any public IP, but this machine having a private IP. And we all know by using the private IP, we cannot access the machine publicly. That's fine. So if I show you, here I am opening up the remote desktop connection manager and I am giving the private IP of my virtual machine x10.0.0.4. And what I'm expecting here, I'm expecting one error here because this IP is not routable over to the public internet and I will not be able to connect with my machine. In the next step, what I'm going to do when we are creating a virtual machine, behind the scene, one virtual network created. So here you can see we are getting the problem here. That's fine. Now I'm closing this one and in the virtual network, I'm going to create one firewall subnet that we are going to use in our firewall. Make sure you should have to create a subnet in the virtual network. Until unless you are not creating a subnet in your virtual network, you will not be able to deploy the Azure firewall. So this is the mandatory step what you need to do. For the same, I'm going here on the Azure homepage and From here you can see I'm selecting the virtual network. This is the virtual network where I have created my virtual machine. So I have selected this one. Then here I'm going to the address space option or subnet. This subnet option we have to select. From here I'm selecting the subnet, and in the subnet make sure you have to select this one, Azure Firewall subnet. Then click on the add button. Once this subnet will create, we will refresh the page, and then after that we are going to deploy the firewall. Why we are refreshing the page? Because after making the changes into the portal, it's good, it's best practice if you refresh the page, so that will update all the things from the server. Okay, so now page is refreshed. From here in the search window, I'm selecting the firewall. Then here you can see this is the firewall option available. Now I am selecting this one, and from here I am clicking on the create button. So this will create a new firewall for me. Before I create the firewall, I would like to check one thing, in which specific region I have created my VM, just to verify. In the East West location I have created my virtual machine. Make sure on the same region you have to deploy your Azure firewall. Then I'm clicking here on the create button again. In the resource group, I'm selecting the demo resource group here. In the name here, I'm giving my demo firewall. I'm deploying it into the East US. In the firewall SKU, I'm leaving it as it is to the premium. Then you can see in the firewall policy, you can add a new one. I'm giving the name here, policy 01. That's okay. Then after that, in the virtual network option, I'm selecting use existing network, and from here I'm selecting the GTA VM VNet where I have created my Azure Firewall subnet. As of now, it is giving me some error because this option is enabled in here. So you can uncheck this one, that is for the forced tunneling. As of now, I am just doing it for a basic practical. So I have just created a Azure Firewall subnet. Then after that, you have to define the public IP for your firewall. So from here, I'm using the public IP for my firewall. This is the name here. That's okay. So it will give one public IP to my firewall. Then go for the tags, review and create. So it will validate the settings what you have selected to create a firewall. When validation passed, you can go ahead and create the firewall. So this will create a Azure firewall including one firewall policy. Inside that policy, we have to create a rule for accessing the virtual machine. So technically what we are going to do, we are going to use the public IP address of our firewall to access the virtual machine. So like this firewall get deployed, then we will proceed with the next step. Okay, so now here you can see firewall deployment is complete. I am clicking here on go to resource. Now, as a part of the next step, we have to create a rule in a policy, and we have to create a route table that will redirect all traffic towards my virtual machine by using this firewall only. But before that, we need to keep a record of few details that we are going to use in our upcoming step. So for the same here, I'm opening online notepad where I can write few details about the same. I'm coming up in here. You can see this is the private IP address of my firewall that I have saved here. This is the one thing. This is the private IP address of my virtual machine. And last but not the least, I'm going to use the public IP address of my firewall over here. Let this get open. So this is the public IP address of my firewall. I'm going to copy this one, and then I'm going to save it over here. So this is the private IP address of my firewall. This is the private IP address of my virtual machine, and this is the public IP address of my firewall. Now I'm going back to my portal. Here you can see in the firewall, we have the option for the firewall manager. Just click here to go to the firewall manager, and here we will be able to see the firewall policy. If you remember, during the creation of the firewall, I have created this policy. Inside this policy, I'm going to create a DNAC rule. By using that, I'm going to access my virtual machine by using the firewall public address. So here I'm selecting the DNAC rule option and I'm adding a new rule collection here. So that's okay. Let's suppose in my case the name is rule 01 and in the priority I'm giving 100 here. Now what the rule I want to create in this rule collection, that is allow RDP. Now source type from any IP address. As of now I'm doing it practical in a demo purpose, so I'm allowing it from any IP address. If you want to restrict it to get the request from any specific IP, then you can also provide it over here. That's fine. In the protocol, I'm selecting this TCP UDP option. Then in the destination port, I'm using 4300. It means that by default, RDP works on port number 3389, but that will make your access more secure by using the custom port over here. Then you can see it is asking for the destination firewall IP. So here we have to give the public IP address of our firewall. So this is the one. Then after that, in the translated type, I want to translate it to the IP address and I want to connect it with my virtual machine. So here I have to give the IP address of my virtual machine and translated port. So I want to use the RDP service. For the RDP protocol, the port number is 3389. So now I have created this rule over here, and once I am done with this, I have to click on the add. What it will do, it will add a DNAC rule in my firewall, and then after that I have to create a route table where I am going to define if any traffic comes to my virtual machine or if any traffic goes out from my virtual machine, it should bypass through the firewall what I have created. For the same, the route table is important. So once this rule will update, then after that I am going to create a route table. That's okay. Okay everyone, so now here you can see this DNAT rule is created. As a part of the next step, what I am going to do here, I am searching for the root table and I am going to create one root table. This root table define all the traffic is moving through my firewall, whatever the firewall I have created. So here I am selecting my resource group, and most important thing, you have to create the root table also in the same table. Here for example, name is myrt01. This is the name what I have given here, and then just click on the review and create. It will validate the settings, and once the validation get done, you will be able to create a root table. Now it's done. I'm clicking here on the create button and this will quickly create one blank root table here. Once the root table created, then after that you have to attach the subnet over here where you have your virtual machine, as well as you have to define the route how all the traffic is going to bypass through your firewall only. So let this get created, then we'll show you the same. Okay, now here you can see this deployment is complete. I'm clicking here on go to resource. In this one, you can see I'm having this one root table available. Inside this root table, first of all, I'm going to the subnet option. Inside the subnet here, I'm selecting the associate option. And here, this is the virtual network what I have created. And in the default subnet, I'm having my virtual machine. So I'm selecting this one and click OK. It is saving this one. Now it is saved. Then after that I am clicking here on the root. Inside this root table I have to create a root, so I am clicking on the add here. For example, in my case this is going to be my root A. Any name you can give here. In the destination type I am selecting IP address. Here I am selecting like any traffic if it is bypassing from my virtual machine. First of all, it should go to the virtual appliance, and the virtual appliance what I have created, that is my firewall. In the next top address here, I have to give the private IP address of my firewall. This is the reason why we have to first create the Azure Firewall subnet in the virtual network. Then we can go ahead and deploy the Azure Firewall. Now here you can see I'm done with this one. I'm adding this route. Now, finally, all these steps are completed. It's time to test our configuration. That's okay. So for the same, I'm coming up in here and this is the public IP address of my firewall. I'm using this one and the custom port 4300 I had selected to access my virtual machine. Let's go ahead and check how it's working. Okay, so here I'm opening up the remote desktop panel and I'm giving the IP address along with the port number and I'm clicking on the connect. Now here you can see this is the username and this is the password what I have set during the creation of the virtual machine. Now I'm selecting this one and here you can see I will be able to connect with my virtual machine securely through firewall. Here we go. This is the machine where I have connected. Let this get open. Accept it. Now you can see my machine is connected. This machine is also having the internet access. Now one thing I am going to show here. Do I able to access any website inside this machine? That's okay. Let me confirm this one. Start browsing. Now you can see if I write here Microsoft.com. Here you can see it is telling action deny reason no rule match proceeding with the default action. Why? Because by default, Azure Firewall denying all the access towards the internet to this machine. That's why we are not able to access any website over here. Suppose I want to allow user to access Microsoft.com. So for the same, I am minimizing this one. Here you can see I am going back to the firewall. Inside the firewall, I am going to the firewall policy. This is the policy one what I have created. In the rule collection, here you can see we are having a application rule. Inside this application rule, I'm adding one more rule collection over here. So for example, this is my app rule 01. Inside this one, I'm setting the priority 110 or 120, any priority you can give. And here I'm using allow Microsoft. Okay. Now here in the source IP, I'm giving the IP address of my virtual machine. In the protocol, I'm using HTTP or HTTPS. Then here this is the FQDN and here I'm using www.microsoft.com. This is the first tool I have created. Then after that I'm copying this one, pasting it in here and here I'm writing allow Microsoft again because on the first one I have given www.microsoft.com and in this one I am going to give Microsoft.com only. So these two application rules I have created over here. That's fine. Once I am done, I am going to click on create. And in the rule collection group here, I am selecting application group. That's fine. Once this rule will created, I can go ahead and access the Microsoft.com website on my virtual machine as I have defined in the rule. So let this rule get created, then we will check it. Okay everyone, now here you can see all my two rules are created. Again I'm going back to my virtual machine here. I'm opening up the Edge browser here and let me try to open www.microsoft.com. And now here you can see I will be able to access this one. Same way if I open here Microsoft.com. So here you can see it is open because I am using the Microsoft.com and www.microsoft.com as I have defined in the rule. Apart from this one, if I try to open here Google.com, this will not allow me to open this one because for the same no rule is added. So that is how we can use the Azure Firewall and make our environment more secure. Okay, so that is all about in this video. If this finds helpful for you, please like, share and comment on this video. And please subscribe my channel. See you in the next video.